Let's get this party started. Happy Sunday, everybody. So good to be here with you again. And today is my commitment to you on Sunday evening to be here live to do a book reading with you. Because I think that this book is something that each and every one of you will get some really good information from. And if you choose to join me live in the Zoom room, the link is in the group. You can write that link down and put the password somewhere. And every Sunday, 6 p.m., go to Zoom and log in and enter that code and enter the link and the password and join me so that as I'm reading this, you can stop and say, hey, wait a minute, Coach MJ, I have a question. So we can get some back to back discussions going about what this author is telling us that will inspire us to be better network marketers and better entrepreneurs as a whole. Because network marketing is not just for the network marketing, because the way I look at it, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a marketer. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to network. So, network marketing does not necessarily mean it's an MLM company or it's not a pyramid or it's a direct sales company. It doesn't matter. If you're a coach, you're a network marketer. You're trying to sell your services and you need a network to get in front of the people that need what you have to offer, that you can serve and help them grow their business. So that's my 2 cents worth on this. So I'm going to get started with this reading. And if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat if you're here watching live. If you're here on the replay, put your questions in the chat so that I can come back later because I keep checking my Facebook group to see if anybody has come by to watch the replay and has questions. And I think that last week was really incredible. I learned a whole lot about the history of network marketing, and the author, who is Michelle Schaffer, gave some really good tips for those of you that struggle with the objection portion of your connection with your prospect when you're trying to ask for the sale or ask for them to get on an opportunity call, however your company functions, and the trainings that you've been given by your upline. This is very, very good content for anybody that's an entrepreneur. I don't care if you're on Facebook selling jewelry or if you're selling insurance, it doesn't matter what you're selling. People have objections. And the more creative we get about a response for a objection that we can share with others, the better entrepreneur we become and the more successful we are. So we are on page 11, page 12 of the book because the chapter was so long last week that I decided to cut it off. I'm trying to only be here about 30 minutes. And if I decide that even though no one's here, that I have a question in my mind that I think I can answer with what this author is saying, I will bring it before you. So network marketing profession is an incredible way for the average person to take control of their own financial future. It has been called the poor man's franchise because it is virtually an at-home franchise model without the high startup costs, employees, or expensive monthly overhead. It does not require any specific formal education, background, or experience. You can come as you are right now and begin to earn while you are learning. You can authentically be who you are. It is the great equalizer. No matter who you are, or who you were with network marketing business, everyone starts at the same place, the beginning. You hear that, guys? They start at the beginning. Maybe you have 3 or 4 opportunities you're involved in. It doesn't matter. If it's a new opportunity, you're starting at the beginning. You have to learn your product. You have to learn what the solutions the product you purchased gives to your audience to get them to be curious and want to know more and maybe sign on the dotted line. Everyone has the same opportunity, products, and compensation plan. You will earn in direct proportion to the level of action and activity you engage in. So, just because you sign up for a network marketing opportunity does not mean you're going to have money in your bank account tomorrow. So, if someone's trying to tell you this is the fast way for you to earn money and you can have XYZ money in your bank account in 30 days, well, yeah, maybe you can. It's a possibility. But if they're saying and making it sound like a promise, you want to think twice, ladies, because that does not happen. You have to do the work. You have to get out in front of people. Unless you have a room full of people right now when you sign on that dotted line who are ready to make that purchase, you're not going to get your commissions in your bank account that fast. So you have to be doing the work. If you work harder than the others, you earn more. So, how exciting is that? You don't have to create your marketing materials, websites, or accounting systems. They do it for you. This is all done for you by the company. You don't have to keep an inventory or stock up on the products. The company also does that for you and even delivers the products directly to your new customers. Most companies offer a lot of training and make most of it available for free. They know it is worth the investment to provide information and training to their sales force for free, as this allows a better chance to spread the good news about their company, products, and business opportunity. Bobby, who is her husband, and my philosophy has been to give as much training away as possible. That's what your upline should be doing, providing the training that you need. Now, if you choose not to attend the meetings, who's going to suffer? You're going to suffer. Who are you going to complain to when you're not making the sales? Did you do the training? Did you take the action steps? Did you do your homework? Well, no. Well, how do you think you're going to make the money? Your upline is not going to do it for you. In 2020, the entire world shifted. People were suddenly thrust into a work at home online world. And those of us in the network marketing profession, full time, were already extremely comfortable in this space. What had once seemed foreign to most people quickly became the norm when companies, schools, and indirect industries shifted online. Working remotely and using technology to connect and communicate was common for most of society seemingly overnight. This shift was a massive leap forward for the network marketing profession. As people had much more screen time and became familiar with the online business model, our profession became very mainstream. In addition to this, the world experienced several supply chain issues. Cleaning supplies went missing off every retail shelf and online supplier. The toilet paper shortage became an international crisis. Direct selling and network marketing companies that produced any of these items grew exponentially. This was a fascinating time for the company and its distributors. MLM saves the day. People began signing up in droves with zero concerns about pyramid schemes. They were so grateful to get these great products shipped directly to their door and never worry about running out. Automatic shipments coming every month made people across the globe feel at ease. Network marketing companies added new products to their lineup to fill the gap for products that consumers could not get in retail stores, in person, or online. They added hand sanitizer products, cleaning products, and anything that helped to build up the immune system or protect from viruses. And I remember that time because I was with an essential oil company during that time. And they added hand sanitizer to one of the products that they were offering as well during that time. And of course, they sold out very quickly. Oh, my daughter's here. Hey, Samantha. Yay, woohoo. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good to see ya. Happy to have you here. That's my daughter. Woohoo. A lot of people wanted ways to get more of their products and foods shipped to their door instead of going to the store. Any company that offered delivery saw an uptick in sales. Network marketing companies that manufacture health, nutrition, and food products saw tremendous growth as well. Prior to COVID, having your food shipped directly to your door was not popular. This is another thing that changed very quickly. Distributors touting that they get their food every month delivered right to their door became too exciting, yeah, exciting to ignore. And, many of you that know me, I was hit by osteoporosis in 2020, May of 2020, actually, 2021. And I had to do some of that home delivery, grocery store, not grocery store, but just home delivery fresh food products so that I could get some of the things that I needed so I didn't have to physically go out to the grocery store every week because there were months that I couldn't even drive. So I was so grateful that those companies popped up. The problem is I'm in Florida, and when the weather started getting hot, it got to where I couldn't do it anymore because the produce would be spoiled by the time I got it. But I was so grateful to be able to experience that as well. In addition to all that, in addition to that, many people lost their jobs. Entire industries shut down with no end in sight. Hundreds of thousands of small businesses closed their doors never to open again. People lost hours at their jobs and the economy slowed to a snail's pace. Boom. What did people turn to in their hour of need? Many turned to network marketing. The products that were being shipped to their door now became an easy way to supplement their income. Top earners rose up in 2020 as a direct result of C19. I saw dozens of personal friends who scoffed and smeared at network marketing start posting their passion for their newfound plan B. So many people's eyes were open to this idea that when you fall in love with a product and tell people about it, you can make money. And that's so true, guys. An entirely new crop of recruits flooded the profession. As more people were forced to pivot and find new ways to make money and do it from home, network marketing was a perfect fit. I just want to make a comment there. Let's see if there's any more comments. Nope. And during this time, some of my clients, it was like, their sales were starting to drop back. And I asked them, I said, well, are you still posting on Facebook? Are you still putting your content out there? Are you still talking about the benefits of your products and what they'll do to help them? Well, no, the people are losing their jobs. They don't have money to buy. They don't have money to spend. Well, unfortunately, that's a false belief because it's not up to us, the entrepreneur, to determine what our consumers will or won't do. What your job is to be there for them to be able to deliver what they need and want that will take care of the problem that they have. So you want to make sure that you're checking your mindset as you're growing your business as well. This profession revolves around personal development. Network marketing is a huge personal development company. I'm not company, but opportunity. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're not working on your personal development, hmm, let's chat. Let's take a look at your business and see what's lacking, and maybe we can connect together and get you rocking and rolling and making that money that you desire or that money that you even need to keep your family well and healthy and productive. Since your ability to recruit and develop leaders on your team is directly related to your level of influence, personal development is the key. I will spend an entire chapter on growing your level of influence later in this book. So I'm excited about that chapter. Personal development and outstanding mentorship are part of the foundation of this great profession. When you fully engage, your life will change in many ways. I always tell people that network marketing will allow you to become the best version of yourself if you allow it to. Even if you didn't reach your financial goals, you will still receive massive rewards just by being part of a community focused on growth. This is so true, guys. I don't know how many of you have experienced it, but families are changed. Families were changed because of 2020. Parents now had to start taking care of their children instead of sending them to school and to daycare. They had to figure out a way to learn how to communicate to keep peace within the family and listen to each other. And personal growth is part of that training where you have to be growing that and learning how to do that every day of your life. It's not something you can do one day and then expect everything to be running smoothly the next if you decide to stop doing that. I want to spend a little time explaining leverage to you. This is an essential point for you to know and understand. My hope is that you fall madly in love with this concept. This very thing keeps the hope alive for people when they have failed or have been unsuccessful in attempting to become a professional network marketer. Leverage. Such a beautiful word. It is a difficult thing to create in the traditional business world. The cost of wealth using traditional methods is remarkably high. If you want to make more money, you must work harder, dedicate more time, and spend more precious hours of your life pursuing it. Or you can hire more people, which becomes a whole new set of expensive, aggravating problems. It's the dream, right? Be able to make more money and work fewer hours. Who wouldn't say yes to that? But there are few opportunities for people to create it. So once again, enter network marketing. It gleams with an opportunity to create true leverage. Here's what it looks like. Become an excited and loyal product user. Share your excitement with others. Teach those people to be loyal product users and share their excitement with others. Sounds right. Sounds easy, right? When you add in the chance to earn a small portion of each person's sales, you have created something magical. The idea of being able to earn income from the efforts of others who are buying, consuming, and loving your products can get exciting. You can earn over and over and over again on the continued sales of your customers and their customers. Over time, you can build yourself an income producing asset. Many who jumped in during 2020 to make ends meet have decided to pursue it as a full time profession. Just think of that, guys. During those days of 2020, when fear was rampant in the world of the unknown, the where are we going to get money to pay the rent? Where are we going to get the money to pay the car payment? When is the bill collectors going to start knocking on our door? When are they going to put us into repossessing our home? All that fear could have dissipated for those families who decided to invest in themselves and jump into an opportunity to provide products to people who need what the companies had to offer and be able to receive them and put money into their bank account and then decide to do it full time instead of just until we reach our goal of a vacation trip or a cruise or dance class or music class or a little bit extra money so we can take the family out to dinner once or twice a month. They have a bigger vision, those that jumped into this opportunity and are now doing it full time. This is an exciting incentive to get great at teaching others your simple business model. And when you accumulate a little bit of effort from a large number of people, you create leverage. J. Paul Getty says, I'd rather earn 1% from the efforts of 100 men than earn 100% from my efforts. The idea of being able to leverage the efforts of a team of people who are promoting and selling your products is amazing and very exciting. This works because everyone has the same amount to gain. Someone you recruit can earn as much as you can or more if they put in more effort. This makes network marketing so fair and appealing that you can be paid for your efforts and for your ability to teach and train others to do the same. So I just have a word to some of those entrepreneurs out there who are just in the business to build a team. And I'm not saying there's anybody in this group that would even think about doing that, but just to pay attention. And if you are one of those that had been presented with an opportunity to jump into it and you did, and now you don't even know where your upline is. Your upline disappeared, or your upline jumped to another company, or your upline has not even contacted you since you signed and bought your starter package. Do not be dismayed, guys, because if you truly love your business and love your products, you can still be successful. Just put your hand up and ask for the help. I, as a coach in this group, offer a lot of free content, free connections with you to help you to start getting where you need to go. And as a member of this Facebook group, if you have not jumped into that yet, you do get one free coaching session with me. You just have to book it. And my coaching calendar is in the guides section under guide number 2. So if you are here and you need some help and you just want to chat so we can discuss your situation and maybe lay out a plan of recommendations for you to move forward, feel free to do it, guys. It's my gift to you. Do not listen to that noise in your head that says, oh, she's going to sell me something. I promise you, it's a free session where I will just listen and make recommendations. You decide where you want to go from there. True leverage is created when everyone involved has the same amount to gain. Imagine if you spent 10 hours a week building your network marketing business, you would be able to earn from 10 hours of effort. Now imagine that you recruited 3 people who also spend 10 hours a week in their business. What if those 3 people each found 3 people themselves? Now you would be able to earn 40 to 70 hours a week of effort while you are still only putting in 10 hours of effort. Exciting, right? Now imagine hundreds of excited people building their dreams, and you are able to earn off the entire team's efforts. True leverage is created when everyone involved, has the same amount to gain. Every person on your team has the same amount to gain with their efforts. This is what creates network marketing magic. And I absolutely love that. I love that. And I think that that thought and that idea has been lost today in the industry. Maybe not so much now after COVID, but doesn't that want to put that fire back in your belly? Get you excited about your team or lack of team that you've signed up for your opportunity and you have never asked any of your customers if they're looking to earn a little bit of more money every month to get them into your business? So then you become responsible for leading them. Well, I'm not a leader. Okay, that's okay. But the companies always give you the materials that you need. They have the meetings set up where you guys can just get your team to those meetings. You don't necessarily have to be the one doing the training, but you should be the one encouraging them, holding them accountable, and asking them, why did they get into this business? Did they lose their focus? Did they lose their excitement? There is no, the person at the top makes all the money. In a good company, I think she means there is not, the person at the top makes all the company. In a good company, a legal company, one with legal and ethical compensation plans, everyone has the same incentive and the same amount to gain. It was this concept that lit me on fire for this profession a long time ago, Michelle says. As a single mom working 30 to 50 to 60 hours a week, standing behind the chair in a beauty salon, I heard about every possible opportunity out there for my clients. I had a variety of clients who led very diverse lives. I heard about network marketing and direct selling for a number of years. Many of them invited me to join them in their ventures. They would excitedly share their pitch with me as I made their hair beautiful again. I listened with open ears because I believe in staying open. I always knew I wouldn't spend my life behind that chair. I saw career stylists who had been doing it for 20 years, 20 plus years, and I knew that was not where I wanted to end up. I have to tell you guys, I got my salon license. I spent 2 years in the beauty school back in the early 1970s, and I loved doing it, but I could not see myself doing that for the rest of my life either. But an opportunity opened up for me. It was not a network marketing company, it was a restaurant. And my first husband and I jumped into a restaurant opportunity, and I was the chef. I was the primary business entrepreneur. We were in ownership together. He didn't do anything. He had a day job that he worked, so he didn't do anything to help. He didn't bartend. He didn't do anything. So I was the primary business, action taker in that business. I loved doing it, but the work was so hard after discovering, here I am all by myself. I'm tired. Yeah, we're making okay money, but only 1 day a week off? No, I'm not built to do this for the rest of my life because I would start at 10 in the morning and end like at 3 o'clock in the morning the next day. So that was not the life that I wanted, and I stepped away. So that's just a tiny bit of a story of my entrepreneurship life. As a single mom working 50 to 60 hours a week standing behind the salon chair, I heard about possible opportunities out there from clients. I had a variety of clients who led very diverse lives. I heard about network marketing, direct selling for a number of years. Many of them invited me to join them in their ventures. They would excitedly share their pitch with me as I made their hair beautiful. I listened with open ears because I believe in staying open. I always knew I wouldn't spend my life behind that chair. I saw career stylists who had been doing it for 20 plus years, and I knew that was not where I wanted to end up. I knew there was more available for me, but I just didn't know what it was yet. So my ears were always open to listen to what the other people were saying, what they were up to. Of the many clients who talked to me about starting my own business, there was one common denominator. None of them were making any significant income. Oh, sure, they would tout the stories of their friend whose cousin, whose neighbor was making 10,000, 20,000 a month, and they were not making that kind of money. So to me, it was all fluff. If the people I knew weren't doing it, I had never met anyone doing it. If it wasn't just that real, it just wasn't real to me. It was just a fairy tale. I don't have a bad feeling about the profession, but I just didn't think it was the answer I was looking for. So are you in that spot? Have you experienced that? Have you decided I absolutely love, love, love what I'm doing, but I'm just not making the money? Hmm. You know, personal development is key in that success, and sometimes you just need to hire a coach to help keep you on track and keep you moving in the right direction. You don't want to go it alone. There's always someone there to help. I was a teen mom. I had my daughter at 16 and my son at 19. I was divorced with two small children before I turned 22. I worked in a restaurant business for a few years, and I went to one semester of college with the intent of becoming a teacher. I realized that it would take me way too many years to get that done, and I wasn't thrilled with the pay available to me either. So that was out. I decided I would enter the beauty business. I loved it. I was a total beauty product junkie, and I had natural talent for it. It took me 2 years to get through cosmetology school. I went to school for 40 hours a week and worked 30 to 40 hours a week at night in a restaurant as a single mom, doing all that I could to make ends meet. I missed so much of my children's lives. My life consisted of doing whatever I could to make money to provide for my kids and spend any extra time not working so I could be with them. I never wanted my kids to suffer because they had such a young mom. So I worked harder. I thought about our future and how I could create the kind of future where we could get rid of the money question forever. The money question you ask, the one, how much does it cost? I hated that question. And I didn't want that to be the first thing I had to ask when my kids needed or wanted something. I wanted them to have a great life, and I wanted to live that life with them. Standing behind the chair, I had come a long way from working late nights as a cocktail server. I was able to control my destiny to a degree. I could work long hours. I could work 7 days a week. I could charge my clients what I wanted. I built a highly successful career that was earning me 6 figures per year, but the price for that was high. I worked a ton. I only made money while I was there, and I had topped out. I couldn't grow my income. Does that sound familiar? That sounds like my story of the restaurant business. Yeah, I did not want to do that the rest of my life, even though the money was good. I stepped away. I only made money while I was there, and I topped out. I couldn't grow my income any bigger. I knew that in the long run, this career would take its toll on my body. I was around many chemicals and toxins every day, and I was standing on my feet for 10 to 12 hours per day. It was a gigantic blessing for us, but it was not for a long term goal. I met my husband on a blind date. I had all but given up on dating and was basically pushed into this blind date. It was late July of 2000. It was a Friday night and I worked on Saturday. I was going out of obligation and I had no desire to meet the man of my dreams at that time. Isn't that funny? Isn't that God? That's exactly how God works. Just when you're least expecting it, he puts somebody in front of you. Just when you're least expecting it, he'll drop an opportunity in front of you. Fast forward, the connection was instant. We laughed and joked like old friends. He was confident and successful and a little bit cocky. I only made money while I was there, and I had topped out. I couldn't grow my business any bigger. Not the rude kind, but the kind that could take life with a grain of salt, knowing he was in complete control of his destiny. He had a lot of time on his hands. He would call me in the middle of the day at the salon I worked at to see what I was up to. Hmm. Well, I'm at work, so I am working, is what I would tell him. His style was so different than mine. He had tons of time. He was on his cell phone a lot. He did live meetings a few times a week in the evening, and he had weekly conference calls. He was a professional network marketer. Imagine that. At that time that we started dating, he was the number two income earner in a company that sold tax services and audit protection. Imagine. I didn't know it then, but he was earning over $80,000 a month. No wonder he was cocky. I went to a few of his meetings and listened in on his calls. I was intrigued by it all, but I didn't jump in yet. I had worked so hard to build my own business and wasn't ready to split my focus. So I'm just going to stop here, check to see if there's anybody over here in Facebook that's jumped in. Nope, nobody there. Let me take a moment here and see if there's anybody that is sitting in the waiting room wanting to get in, but I don't believe that I have set this meeting where you have to be allowed in. You should just be able to go to the Zoom, click on that link, and get in and hang out with me. I'd love to have you here. A few years later, life was much the same, except we were now married and had a little one of our own. I was a mom to 3 kids now. My oldest was a freshman in high school, my son was in middle school, and our little girl went to daycare a few days a week. Bobby had stepped out of network marketing and started a traditional business, a mortgage company. The days were passing by so fast. As a family, on any given day, we were off in 5 different directions. My oldest daughter, Bree, played basketball, and I was only able to go to one game. One game! I was missing their lives. Still, I had already missed so much, and I was determined not to miss any more. A white hot fire began to burn deep inside of me. It gave me a powerful sense of urgency that if I didn't make a change and fast, my children were going to grow up and move out. They would have never known me and wouldn't know them. I wouldn't know them. I felt desperate and rushed. I felt like time was going to run out. I needed to do something now. A client and a friend of mine had been prospecting me for her network marketing business over 4 to 6 weeks when she came into the salon to get her hair done. She continued to do this for 18 months. She would sit in my chair and tell me how awesome I would be and how great she was doing. She had bright and cheerful personality and was cute and personable. It was the last day of May 2004 when she sat in my chair, proceeded to talk through her normal speech yet again. But on this day I was hurried. I was feeling the pressure of needing a change in my life, and on that day I didn't want to hear the speech. I wanted to hear solutions. So I said to her, if you want me in your business so bad, then I need to know how much you are making. I only asked this of her because we were friends for a number of years at that point, and for me, starting another business was only about one thing, the money. I wasn't looking for an extra few $100s a month. That would not have given my current situation. I was looking to impact my finances significantly. I was even looking to replace my income. That was the only way I could change my story. And she said, well, I made $13,000 this month. I was shocked. In 18 months, she created a six-figure income with zero experience. Needless to say, the timing was right for me. Something in me shifted at that moment. I knew that if she could do that, so could I. And I believed I could do it on half the time. I had my mentor sleeping next to me every night. I knew that was going to free me. With Bobby's help and mentorship, I cannonballed into the profession. I was ignorance on fire. We built a six-figure income with that company in 9 months. And I was in love with the profession. I have now built three separate network marketing businesses from zero to multiply six-figure incomes, totaling millions of dollars. I also worked on the corporate side for a brief period. In 2010, we started our own company with the help of investors that lasted 2.5 years, ended ugly. In 2012, we came back to our roots and built a $1 million business once again. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, but in the end, the bad and the ugly are still better than working 40 to 60 hours a week away from my family, driving in traffic, working with people we don't like in a profession we weren't passionate about. Network marketing offers a promise of freedom and self reliance when it's done right. My passion is burning brighter now than it was when I began my career. I stand proud for this profession and what it can do when it is done right. Over the years, I have truly seen it all in this profession. I have never had an advantage. I have built one person at a time against all odds. The remainder of this book will be me sharing with you the steps, the tools, and the skills it takes to build your empire. I am grateful for all the obstacles that I have faced. I am grateful for all the scrutiny the profession has faced because it has created a much more stable environment. All of this has served as a as a massive training ground. I want more people to be equipped to change their own lives. I do not believe that our purpose in this planet is to get jobs, go to work to pay the bills for 40 plus years of our lives and retire without knowing our children or our spouses. If COVID taught us anything, it taught the entire world that there were other options of making money for your family, so many people have to retire on half or less of income they earned while working. That system feels broken to me. I believe there is so much more. I also believe that this profession will continue to be the answer for millions of people around the globe. My passion is burning brighter now than it was when I began my career. I stand proud of this profession and what it can do when it's done right. So that is the end of chapter 1, and we will go on to chapter 2 next Sunday. And hopefully, you will come and join me, jump into the Zoom room and hang out with me and connect with me, and let's chit chat. Love to hear your opinion of the content that I'm reading, because if you are a serious entrepreneur, and whether you're a network marketer or a direct sales rep or a coach, it doesn't matter, you're selling something. This information can flow over into your business. Whether you're online marketing, doesn't matter. We need to be working on us, on ourself, on our mindset, on our desires. Find that burning passion that's down there deep inside us that we want to reach into and connect with, that we can use to build our businesses, to be the difference, to make the change in the world that we live in, as well as our families, so that we don't have to be working all the time, that we can be enjoying what God has given us, our family and our friends. So, Coach Margene here again. As a member of this group, you have a free coaching call coming to you. Click on that link, book your call today. Let's chit chat, find out where you're at in your business. What are your struggles? What are you doing? What platform are you using to build your business? What are you bumping up against too that keeps kicking you back down, that you might need a little bit of assistance rocking over? Because I'm here to help. Coach Margene here. You guys have a very, very blessed evening and rock next week. Get out there, be inspired, and start doing what you can to change your situation for the better, because you've got this. I believe in you. Coach MJ here. Mwah, mwah. Until next week, have a great evening. Bye bye.